Hello, YouTube. Yes, just a little update on my vise. So, there's a website called Bolt Depot, which I ordered some screws from. And we're going to talk about 6 of them that I put into my vise today. First one are these cap screws over here, and the second one are those set screws. Okay. Let me go. Where did that go? Okay, so this jaw has 2 sides to it. The top part is a traditional vise jaw, flat one. You can put some soft grips on here. You can grip a lot of things in there. The bottom part have these V jaws. It has 4 of them, and it has these little plates over here, which it has 3 of these plates, one in the center over here, 2 to the left and right over here. And I only have 2 of those plates, so I have to fabricate another one, which I might talk about in another video. But anyway, to secure those in place are these little set screws. Okay, set screws are very simply screws without heads to them. Now, traditionally, set screws had a little flathead screwdriver. This vise, which my dad claimed is 30 years old, he also thinks is made in America, despite the fact that I pretty much proved him wrong with these metric bolts. Pretty sure it's a Chinese vise, but I'll gladly be proven wrong. I'll gladly be proven that 30 years ago some American vise manufacturer decided to use metric bolts because I think Nixon tried to get us to use the metric system. Didn't work too well, unlike the right on red, which we adopted very well. Anyway, so this has a 5mm Allen key wrench over here. You put that in there, and just so you understand how this works, put that in that groove. Okay. You tighten that down. Now there was another nut. So originally these had flat Phillips screws, but I wanted them to be Allen screws. I wanted this to be all IKEA-fied. There was another nut that went around this, which I didn't see much of a point to having a jam nut on this, because when the vise is really tight, there's no left or right pressure on this. It's all up and down pressure. It's not going to get loose because this sinks back in. Anyway, what else do you think I'm going to actually make my replacements out of? I'm going to carve 3 replacements out of. This is a sample of a pergo floor, one of them like Lego prefab floors. It's basically got a mostly the high density particle board, I believe, in the center, and some cork. And that would actually simulate a good hardness, a good sturdiness for what I'm going to do most of the time with this, which is PVC pipe. Even if I have to do a hard jaw, whatever. I would like to fabricate. I cannot find replacement vices for it. I would at some point use a water cutter to fabricate the hardest metal I can for these pipes. These pieces, I'm not super worried about getting the complete service life out of them. Anyway, the next part of the jaw is these. Now these, I believe, have an internal... unfortunately, I had to use my 3/8 inch metric. And where is my calipers? I have my calipers here. My desk. So anyway, what used to be here was these, and this had a little rod that was kind of mushroomed along so you could hand attach it. I decided I wanted to, there we go. I decided I wanted to use Allen wrenches. But anyway, the interior of this, because I had to use my metric Allen wrenches that big, or downstairs in the basement. You cannot read that, unfortunately, but it's 1 millimeter, 1 centimeter. It's 10 millimeters. And anyway, so I've got 2 of these screws, and just so you understand how this works, is I loosen this just a little bit, and then I loosen this one just a little bit as well. And like I said, I wanted to make this require an Allen. I wanted to IKEA-fy this. I wanted to make that require an Allen wrench. And then I can rotate this vise in any particular, along that axis, which is super, super handy. And I tighten them, like that. Anyway, that was cool, so I bought some cool bolts from Bolt Depot for that. The other thing I'm going to do is, though there's 3/8" bolts, and I'm going to put in 12mm bolts on my Ryobi miter saw. This is old school Ryobi. This is before Ryobi was Home Depot only. This feels like a Japanese saw. That's my Kata-sander, which does not feel Japanese at all, but was well worth the price I paid for it. So I made a mistake here, actually. So I bought T-nut. The idea was to put T-nuts on the bottom and screw these bolts, but I needed bolts that go all the way through, which Bolt Depot does sell, but I ordered the wrong ones. And to put these in from the bottom, and then the idea would be I would put these wing nuts on top, and that would allow me to easily remove this saw and take it with me, because you don't really need to bolt a miter saw down to the table. It's just nice to have for extended accuracy, but it works perfectly well. And quite frankly, I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting. I want it outside for the sawdust to collect over there. Most sawdust does eventually get sucked out through the back through this bag. This is not the original bag. That bag goes, I just bought a bag for another current model Ryobi off of Amazon. Put it on there, it happened to fit. It has a nice little clamp over here, and that collects a lot of the dust. Some dust does fall down under there. At some point I'm going to use a router. As soon as I just recently got a router, I got to learn how to teach myself how to use a router, watch a bunch of YouTube videos. I will cut a hole over there and somehow stick a garbage pail under there. But anyway, so those are my bolts, and I'm very excited about that. And I'm a big fan of Bolt Depot, which is a online store that just sells bolts. They probably don't have as wide a selection as Fastenal, but they only have like one. They don't really have like several brands. The good thing what they have is they have a lot of diagrams to explain which the strength of the bolt and what have you. And for any particular size of bolt and any particular grade, they have a good range of bolts. So if you're looking for a particular and things are sorted where it's like, I want a bolt of this long, and they have one kind. I want a bolt. Pick your composition. Here are all the width, diameter of the bolts. Here are the diameters of all the different nut types, and then you pick your length of the bolt, and that's it. It's a very simple layout for I want a bolt of a certain size with a certain type head, and I am relatively happy with that. All right, thanks for watching, YouTube.